Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning routine. Happy Tuesday, May the 16th, 2017. I hope everybody's week is off to a great start. If it's not, I'm sorry. Today is a chance to recover, right? We all have those bad days. Hopefully yesterday was a good one, but I understand if you're off to, so start. But Tuesday is here. We could turn that sucker around. So I hope everybody's doing great and moving in the right direction. And I've still been reading stuff about Mother's Day because it's all over the news and in articles and things like that. And by the way, yesterday I shared the history of Mother's Day, of where it came from. And it came from a family who had wanted to create Mother's Day events to teach other mothers about cleaning to better the infant mortality rate. My wife made a very interesting observation. That Mother's Day was founded in the idea of learning how to clean and cleaning. But yet, current Mother's Day, there ain't no cleaning whatsoever, right? So we have fallen away from historical practices. So in the effort to maintain historical accuracy, I would lobby that, don't you think that on Mother's Days, mothers should probably clean, maybe, right? Because this isn't an attack on moms. This is just being a reality check. Don't most moms kind of like run away from cleaning as much as possible? I mean, I know us dads do. So don't moms do it? So maybe Mother's Day and Father's Day. Well, no, not Father's Day. Just Mother's Day. Mother's Day should be a day cleaning. Man, I might get in trouble with that one. But that was my wife's observation, by the way, as how it's changed. So there you go. But anyways, so no cleaning. Hey, I was reading an article about mothers and babies. Very interesting. Never do this. I know, brother. I was in dangerous water there. But I'm moving on into further dangerous water. It has been proven, people. I hope you're listening. Proven, scientifically proven. Scientists have known for a couple of decades that women's brains shrink during pregnancy. So that means if you're a mother, your brain has shrunken. Now, what that means, you guys can decide on your own. But it is fascinating. So here's some more about that. Shrunken brain areas were still small 2 years later when they did the study. The running hypothesis is that the shrinking might actually be a sign of the brain honing its circuits for mothering. Isn't that interesting? Although the researchers didn't see shrinking in dad's brains. So there you go. What they're saying is that I am so dead. What they're saying is that the brain in the front here on women actually shrunk. But through their studying and research, it's almost like when you're in a car and you're looking for directions and it's kind of dark, you sometimes might turn the radio down to focus. Well, that's a woman's brain is doing that as it prepares for motherhood. And that's how you explain when women might go to work and all of a sudden they don't remember what their boss's name was after working there for 20 years, right? Or they get up to walk into their room and they get in the other room and they're like, why did I walk in here? That's exactly why. But at the same time, their intuitive and cognitive abilities go through the roof to keep their kids out of danger and to make sure that they keep them alive. So very interesting article. That article was on from Wired.com if you want to go look it up. It's called Moms, Your Kids Hijacked Your Brain for Life. So if you want to read more about that, you can go read more about that. So very interesting on that. I heard, did you guys all hear the other day how this worldwide hack attack was like massive? It was all over the news. Big companies were getting blasted over like Friday and Saturday it was. This hack was huge, and it was really intense. Fascinating on how the original hack, got stopped. So the way the hackers, a little technology talk here, but I'm going to try to make it very basic in terms that I understand and that we can all understand. The original hack attack worldwide, the way they were routing different information to hack, okay, went through a one domain address, okay? So picture it as a P.O. box at the post office box that nobody was using, okay? So all this hack attack stuff was going through this P.O. box that nobody was using, and it was just attacking the world. Well, this guy decided that he wanted to figure out what's going on in the hack, so he goes online and he registers a domain. In this instance, he goes to the post office and registers a P.O. box. It just so happened that it was the domain P.O. box that the hacker was using to hack the world. So by this guy registering it by total accident, it stopped the nationwide attack. For, I think it was $10 and change it cost him to register this domain, stopped the worldwide attack. Isn't that interesting? Technology is fascinating. You know, it's so amazing, but yet it can be so fragile at the same time. So, but all right, some hustle quotes for you, some shower thoughts. I have these for you, 2 of them today. Let's see if I can find them. They were, I didn't like most of them, but there was 2 that I liked. All right, here we go. You don't realize how not secure your house is until you lock yourself out. Right? Because no matter what happens, you think your house, nobody can ever get in here. You get locked out, you're in like 5 minutes or less somehow, right? It's true. This one I also love. Every semicolon I have ever used has been a shot in the dark. I love it because I have no idea how to use a colon or a semicolon or when not to use it. You just kind of like stick it in there. Hey, it looks like it goes there, right? I have no idea if it goes there or not. That's fantastic. And isn't it scary that I actually wrote a book and I don't know how to use a semicolon? But that's what a good editor can do for you, right? They know where to put them. I can't believe that was funny. I just had it sitting here. That's awesome. Good stuff. So, very good. All right. It is 6:55 a.m. We're 7 minutes in. I'm going to share 2 Barna Trends with you before we move on, guys. Okay? Barna Trends. Number 1. Little graph here. Most Americans are not planning to leave their current city. All right? 13% of millennials say, I don't ever plan to move. 23% of Gen Xers say, I don't ever plan to move. 39% of boomers say, I don't ever plan to move. 63% of elders say, I don't plan to move. So, I don't necessarily think this is a generational thought. I think this is more on age. So I think that me personally, I think the graph should have been done on age groups and not on generational types. What's to learn here, though, is if you were Gen Xers are what? Gen Xers are in their 30s and 40s, right? So if you're in your 20s and you don't like where you live, you better move soon because every passage of time makes you stay where you are more and more and more, which we already know that. But a graph makes it like official. You know what I mean? Like things that we know, yeah, but when we see it in print, it's serious. So if you don't like where you are, you better move now because it's only going to get harder as you go. Other graph. Here we go. One last one. Got a little pictures. It's really, really nice here. What Americans rank as central to their personal identity? Number 1, family. No brainer. Number 2, being an American. Number 3 is their religious faith. Number 4 is their ethnic group. Number 5 is their career. Number 6 is their state. And number 7, their city or town. I thought that was pretty interesting, right? I could see how they might be different and jostled around a little bit. And I would never have guessed that. Family, number 1, I get. Number 2, being an American, I like that. But I'm surprised that it comes before faith, career, and things like that. I really am surprised because doesn't it seem like most people take being American for granted? And I don't know, especially when you have so many people here from other ethnic areas. I'm just surprised that ranked number 2, but I'm glad to see it. So, but that's our Barna Trends for today, guys. Let's forward on. Let's push through. Let's go to see what's happening on the Google Trends. The most popular, most searched 10 things on Google yesterday were, number 1, Trump. It's all over the news. supposedly shared highly classified intelligence information with Russians. Number 2, the Washington Post, ranking because they're talking about Trump. Number 3, Michaela Maroney, the side of Michaela Maroney that you haven't seen. She was an Olympic athlete. Number 4, ransomware, which is that whole hack that we were just talking about was like ransomware. Number 5, Ben and Lauren from The Bachelor. Number 6, WannaCry. WannaCry ransomware shares code. Oh, so WannaCry has to do with ransomware, the hack as well. Number 7, why are flags at half-staff today? President calls for flags at half-mast for Peace Officers Memorial Day. Interesting. That was yesterday, guys. Number 8, Antonio Cromartie. Came in number 8. Number 9, NBA Draft Lottery. And number 10 was Dina Manzo, the lady from the Real Housewives. So there was your top 10 most searched Google Trends of yesterday. That would have been the 15th of May. Let's go and see what the trending news is this morning so we have a general idea of what's happening in the world around us. Number 1, Richland County, South Carolina. South Carolina high school student dies after drinking too much caffeine. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, had a Mountain Dew, a latte, and an energy drink. Wow, that's crazy. Number 2, Donald Trump on that classified information thing. Next, Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich is furious with Zaka Pachulia for injuring Kawhi Leonard. Oh, that's more basketball talk, I think. After that, WannaCry ransomware attack, which we already heard about. Morning Joe. Joe Scarborough says Kellyanne Conway secretly hates Donald Trump. What? Is this high school? That just reminded me of that song, High School Never Ends, right? They don't like them. Did you hear that? Tell your friend. Pass a note. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, Joe, to mock you. I mean, you're a half-decent guy, but whatever. Let's see, next. Trump lights White House blue in honor of law enforcement. After that is East Liverpool, Ohio. Ohio police officer accidentally overdoses on fentanyl after traffic stop. After getting the... Well, I don't know what that is. FoxNews.com, that story is. Next, Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton launches political group Onward Together to counter Trump. After that is Bob Corker. Senator Bob Corker, White House in a downward spiral. So that is our trending news for this morning on the Tuesday, the 16th, and now we know what's going on. So let's go on over, guys. Let's check out a passage of wisdom this morning and see something a little bit more applicable to life and what might be most important. Here we go. One verse, and it's in Mark today. Mark chapter 10, verse 45. Here we go. You ready, guys? For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, and to give, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Let's do that again. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as ransom for many. Amazing. Again, we're talking about relationships. That's been the theme of what we've been watching. So this passage of wisdom is telling us how we can live a fuller life than what we're already living, right? So this doesn't matter if you're a believer or not believer. Just think about this as a wisdom principle in your work. Even if you're in work or a coach or anything like that, if you go to work to be served, all me, or if you're a coach and it's all about you, you are going to have a hard time going far and getting a lot of enjoyment out of life because people will always let you down and it's all self-centered focused. But if you go to work and try to serve and help other people achieve and grow, right? Or coach other people and help them succeed in what they want to succeed in, that is where real success and joy is, right? So now if you are a believer, then this isn't just an idea and a wisdom principle. This is something that we are called to do. So we are called to go out there and serve. Now we can't give our life as a ransom like Christ did, okay? That sets him apart from all of us. But we can focus our life on serving other people, right? Helping them along, encouraging them. What can we do for them? That is where we will find great joy. You've heard it before. I've said it before. That when you are having one of your worst times of life, the greatest thing that you can do is find somebody to serve and help. It makes no sense if you write it down on paper. But when you're doing it, you'll find out that you thought you were there serving them, but you're getting filled up from the inside by doing it. I'm telling you. So, great passage of wisdom this morning. What a great reminder, right? So, hey, it's 7:03 a.m. Let's pray and let's get this day started, okay? Father, we thank you. We thank you for this day, Tuesday, May the 16th. And once again, we thank you for today's message of encouragement that you've given us. We thank you for the model that you laid out for us, that is powerful and as strong as you were when you were here on earth, Father. That you could have just blown everybody away. I mean, but yet you served. You washed men's feet. You gave your life humbly on the cross. I mean, the things that you did are amazing. Father, thank you for the example that you set for us, so that we can go out and in a small way compared to what you have done, we could serve other people and experience a full life. And Father, for the people who don't understand what I'm talking about right now, give them the courage today to try it. I understand sometimes we get in these habits and these things where we're kind of closed down and it's not comfortable to step outside and serve somebody and do things. Give us the courage today to do something that we've never done before and experience a little bit more fullness in life that you have laid out for us. Father, I thank you for all the mothers still after Mother's Day. It's still on my mind. They are such amazing people that you have created to care for us, to teach us, to raise us up. None of us would be here without a mother, and we thank you for them. Father, be with us today. Keep us safe, and we love you so much. Amen. All right, guys, fantastic. Let's go on out today, and today is going to be a great day. I know it, all right? And I can't wait to be back here with you tomorrow morning on the morning routine. And until then, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let's build our community huge, and man, together we can just all help each other live a great life. So until tomorrow, be exactly who you were meant to be. I love you guys. See you later.